Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Real Talk by Rebecca. I kind of want to talk about corruption today. I just have so many opinions of my own about what's going on in our city, town, our state, our world. And how I feel like it's all backwards when it comes to the people up in the higher chairs. We have our law enforcement officers, we have our DCS case managers, we have, of course, the president and the governor and all them. So, then of course we have us civilians, okay? So I feel like it's all backwards how it's handled. I feel like, unfortunately, people who have a title, a lot of them tend to misuse that power and are just corrupt themselves, but yet they're respected and they get slapped on the hand when something like they do wrong that causes them their title, but no jail time or no, just a slap on the hand. And I feel like that's wrong, because I feel like you're supposed to be the role models of your city, of your community, and that you should set an example. So when you don't do what you're supposed to do and you do something we're not supposed to do, that we get in trouble for easily, should be punished more than just a slap on the hand. I feel like they should be the ones that be being used as an example, other than the civilians. But unfortunately, the higher chairs are starting to become a lot more corrupt than anything. And then you have your law enforcement area, which, I mean, like, they're quick to 85% of the time they're putting a drug dealer in prison for either the rest of their life or for 50 years or better, 20 years or whatever, but long time. It's kind of messed up. But yet they'll take a child molester and slap them on the hand and give them probation. I mean, you think about this, really, how backwards this is. Drugs are not good. No, I understand that. I understand they're trying to clean up the streets. I respect that. They're trying to make their community a lot better, because drugs do lead to a lot of other different things, and it's not good things. So I completely respect that and understand that. Not against it at all, okay? That's their thing. What I'm against is the fact that how quick and how fast you'll lock somebody up for drugs, dealing drugs, doing drugs, having drugs, whatever, but let a child molester run the streets when they're taking their child's innocence away. I mean, drugs aren't good, no, but those are by choice. People do those by choice, not by force. And granted, yes, they are poor decisions. I mean, I have made very poor decisions when it comes to illegal substances, unfortunately, in my past. So I understand the addict's mind, and I understand the law enforcement's area where they're trying to clean up the streets. But what I don't understand is why they're giving them more time than they are a child molester, which is destroying a child mentally, emotionally, and maybe even physically. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I just feel like they're wrong for that. I feel like someone needs to speak out. It needs to be said. It needs to be heard, because I don't understand. It makes no sense at all. And then you have my favorite one here is the child social services. Oh, they're great. Great people, I'm telling you. Now, there probably are some good ones in there. There's good ones in every area of life. I mean, you have your bad apples, your good apples, I'm sure. It's unfortunate that most of the community is becoming a bad apple, and it's just the good ones are kind of wearing off, dying off, whatever they're doing, going ghost, however they want to say. But gets me though, because it's like you have these children out here who really need their people's help, really need them. And it's sad for us adults to act like that, because a child should never have to have that. And it's sad that, not everybody, men or women, have that love for children like a lot of people do too, but yet birth them and raise them so wrong. But there are those ones who do raise them right or try to do the best they can. And they really need help, but yet they waste their time focusing on a lot of people who have their children that are just getting called on by somebody else by just hating the situation, or I don't like you, or I'm mad at you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm calling, and then you're gonna lose your kids, all that crap type people. So then DCS people, they come in and they're wasting their time by focusing on something that don't really need to be focused on because somebody wanted to be mad and call them on you. Okay, and then they get into your life because they want to do a drug screen. Say you fail it. I've failed them before for them. Yes, I have. But say you fail it, and then all of a sudden you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. They need a protector in the home. If there's not a protector in the home, then you can have your kids. They're misunderstanding, or they're not focusing on the fact that don't get it twisted, because just because some parents use and doesn't mean that they don't take care of their kids. Some can maintain the use of what they do and still maintain their kids. Okay, and when they come in their home, they see that their kids are fine and they're healthy and they have food and they got toys and it looks like a home when you walk in, and yet they still want to mess with you over a failed drug screen. But then you got the one they call the protector, quote unquote, and they do a drug screen for him, and he's a clean every time. They're clean every time they're clean. They're the good guy, right? No, they got it fucking twisted, for real. Okay, because sadly to say, at least half of us, at least 50% of the population in America that abuse their children or our children, period, don't get high. Don't use nothing. But because you got the users, which is the other 50% that actually use, are labeled. They put a label on them. That is the craziest thing. And then they try to just, control you and your kids' life and what you can and cannot do with them, and who can't be around them, and who to do this and who got to do that, and the classes you got to take and everything else. When they have other things that are probably real close near them that need attention. This is not a game. And then I've been in an experience not too awful long ago when I got out of prison. It's almost a couple years ago. Where when I was in there, I find out that somebody who works at DCS comes to my house, not know if my kids are there or not, with a couple of friends with guns, or they pull them out. And it's beside the point. The point is, you did come to cause trouble. And ended up going in there and backed somebody up against the wall because they thought that they had something to do with their father's death. But the point is, you work for DCS. Like, you work for them. Like, why don't people ever see that or catch that or judge that, or see how that this person who works for the government as well? So all these people who work for the government are getting treated with slaps on their hands, if not nothing. And going against the civilians, going against us, because they got that power, and they misuse that power. There's so much that was going on when I was away that I'm still, even though it's been almost 2 years, aggravated about. There's so much I just want to get out that it's going to happen. I'm just doing it on my time, but it's all going to come to light. It's all going to be addressed, and I might have to fight harder than I normally would, but something's going to be done about it, because this is crazy. Now, I can't change the world, but hopefully I can change things in my life that's surrounding my life, and they are one of them, so to speak. Okay. Now, when this girl, if you watched my last video, that was talking about that had issues with me, and I was just saying, be a woman about it. They'll call, say something crazy, then hang up. Well, anyway, I told you guys that she had called CPS on me twice, like literally, like maybe 3 days apart. Gratefully and thankfully, I'm pretty sure they're closing the cases out, because they know that my kids are taken care of. They know. I just got a lot of haters that go to that level. We're women. I mean, come on. But and it's always the women. I mean, I hate to be judgmental like that, but a woman is usually the one who does the calling. You don't see very many men calling CPS. They might, but I don't ever really hear of them. It's always a woman. Get that out of you, whoever you are. Whoever likes to do that, stop doing that. You look so dumb doing that. I mean, what's your conscience tell you? You have to be a cruel person to be just put that on somebody's life, another issue they got to deal with. That's just crazy. But anyway, I don't understand the corruption, and like the law enforcement, they want to pull you over for running a red light or a yellow light almost red, or not using church signal properly, or speeding 10 miles over the limit. But yet they do it all the time themselves in their squad car, in their car. They would turn their lights on to run a light. They'll be going, they'll pass you and go 70 down to 50. I mean, seriously. But not just because they want you. Wow. It's that you're younger cops now, and they're just, they think they got all that power behind their badge. And they do, and they have so much government on their side. And they do, until they're proven by one of them that they're doing something wrong. No matter if you turn them in, there's not much they're going to do, I guess. You have to really fight for that. But the sad thing is that kids don't even trust cops. And they should. They're supposed to be our protectors. And for kids not to even trust them, that's crazy. I mean, you had one officer not long ago, a few years back, I do believe, that ended up being the top biggest dope dealer in methamphetamines and marijuana in Muncie, Indiana. And I guess he did like a year in jail, is what I'm hearing. But seriously, that'd been anybody else in this town, city, or state, they would have gotten 50 or plus years. Knowing damn well they would have gotten 50 or plus years. But you get an officer of the law, so he loses his title. So what? I go to jail. If I go to jail for 50 years, I'm losing my job too. So make that make sense, how they're supposed to be the role models and be the ones who we set an example with. And you guys take it out on us. We're only doing what we're taught. It's like I said about kids. So, it is what it is. Hi, officer. And, there are some respectful ones out there. There are. And to those who are respectful and actually treat their badge with respect, thank you. Thank you. And I've been in trouble a few times. Not proud of it. Not proud of it at all. But it doesn't make me a dog or not a real person. I still have feelings, and I made mistakes. That's all that is. They're supposed to come in and help correct it, and they did. That's what their job was for. But then you got the ones that unfortunately are the wrong ones. Okay, and then you got preachers, okay? Priests, preachers, unfortunately, they become child molesters. They want to hurt the kids in the church. They want to, saying God told them to. I mean, come on. Are you that sick in your head? Seriously? Well, we know they're going straight to hell, because damnation on God, so, oh well, on their souls. And they're supposed to be pastors. They're supposed to be preachers. Something that speaks to you, and it's just corrupt. And I know a lot of people do know this, but just so some who don't know, religion and church are two totally different things. You got church, which is just a cult in many ways, shapes and forms, no matter what religion, it's a cult. Religion is spiritually, doesn't matter where you're at, you can be anywhere to pray or come together as a group. But churches is just a place for gathering. But originally it's just a cult, technically speaking. So it's not the church you need; it's the religion is what you need. It's what you're looking for, what you want. So it's sad, but yeah, I'm gonna try not to make it too long tonight. I keep trying to do videos and about certain topics, and I just can't seem to get the right things out. So I'm working on it, but it's not that cold out. It's colder walking home than it was fucking there. So yeah, it's just this corruption is crazy. But again, like I said in one of my videos, nothing's going to change unless the community comes together and help it change. The government tries, and they're trying. They can try all they want, and hopefully they succeed in a lot of it, and they probably do succeed in some. But that's just by force, because it has to be a community. It has to be about your people that want it, and people should want it. We should all want it and need it and have to have it, because if not, this world's just going to kill itself off. That's what's going to happen. And we were forgetting all about the love, and it's all about hatred and vengeance and all that. It's crazy. It's definitely a devil's playground. I bet you he is definitely loving the grounds of earth today's day and age. So, but yeah, so please like my channel, subscribe it. I know I'm not that interesting yet. Please don't be afraid to comment, even if it's negative. I would still like to hear it. All I ask is that if you have something against me, address it right when you comment. Please don't be like no threat or anything like that, because it's just not called for right now. Have some kind of pureness in your heart to see that. Let our beef be on the side. I wouldn't take nothing that you're trying to do that means something to you away from you. I don't care how much I don't like you. So I just ask for the same courtesy and respect. If you're a woman or man at all about it, you would respect that. That's all I ask. Other than that, please give me your comments. I just know what I can fix, what I can do different, or I could try, or a topic. If you have a question, I'll be more happy to make a video about my my advice or opinion. So I appreciate you guys' time. Just have a wonderful night. And I'm going to try to be posting more than I have been, because I guess I got to have so many hours and so many viewers. So I'm hoping I'm getting it all together. All right. So thank you. Have a great night. Real talk.